All right, Cancer, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries for the holiday, Christmas. Happy holidays. Have a blessed new year. Yes, I'm slurring my words a little bit because I have to wear a retainer, but it will not interfere with the reading. I love you guys, and I want to say how grateful I am. This past year, we've seen ridiculous amounts of growth from you guys, and I'm so grateful for how you've helped the channel out. So from my heart to yours, bless you and thank you. And I hope you have a beautiful and happy holiday season and a wonderful new year. If you haven't yet, please remember to subscribe to the channel and then ring that notification bell and select all notifications so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Cancerian content comes out every single Friday, rain or shine. If you want a deeper experience or just to continue the message with me from here, I always create an extended video, and the link is right below in the description box below, so you can just click on that. It'll take you right to it. I have another YouTube channel. It's called Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link right above here. That's where I go live now for my daily tarot card reading. So I'd love for you guys to find me over there and be able to enjoy the chats. And if you want to find me on Instagram, I'm still very active over there, but I only have one Instagram profile. And that Instagram profile is the profile that you get to through the link on my channel here. You see in the banner for this channel, there's a lot of little social media icons in the right-hand corner. Just click on the Instagram and it'll take you right there. All right, guys, you ready? Let's do this. I always start from the bottom. Today I'm kind of compelled to do it different. Let's see what comes out. Cancer. Life is speeding up. And this is Gemini energy. What's the significance of that? Well, we had a beautiful full moon in Gemini just recently. And that was an opportunity to, hear and know and have a deeper understanding. Information is a core for all Gemini energy of a lot of very important things, and as it's things that have been on our minds, things that we needed to say, because communication is also extremely important. So that would help us get all of that off of our chests. Okay. And to end all of those just thought processes that maybe were not correct or were not working for us, and finally say what we needed to say, or hopefully for some of you hear what you needed to, or not needed to hear. Yeah, hear what you needed to hear, not wanted to hear, and hear what you needed to hear. It would have also been a time where you would be understanding relationships, especially friendships, a lot better. Understanding the nature of your affection or people's affinities for you. And whatever those truths were, the beauty of it was the truth. And it was an ability for you to be relieved and release any kind of tension or sadness or animosity because of anything. Or maybe things were clarified and really helped you out a lot. And that's kind of was the purpose of it all. But we're sliding right into we're sliding right into Venus in retrograde, which helps us focus a lot on relationships and the nuances within them and the things about relationships and even our relationship with relationships that really need to be touched up, be cleaned up, be fixed up. So with this energy in front of me, life is speeding up. I just feel like things are starting to make sense to you in a way that they have not made sense for a long time. I would not be surprised if there was a realization of things that still matter to you and subsequently things that no longer matter to you at all. But what the effect is happening here is life is speeding up, as if everything is coming together and everything is clear. And with this clear mind, like, there's nothing in the way of things coming together for you anymore, okay? This could also suggest movement, usually local movement with Gemini energy, but so it's not maybe overseas, but it could be movement to a different state, a different town. But understand, this is not just literal. It's also symbolic. It's movement forward in your life. It's progress. It's progress. Progress. No, I don't talk like that. It's progress. It's movement forward in your life. And the good news so far. Good news so far. Act as if. So this chameleon is a very interesting energy. A sense of don't overreact. Don't blend in. It's almost like blend in. You're starting to learn how to blend in, or you're starting to learn somebody else's language, right? Act as if you understand, even if you don't understand. It's like fake it till you make it energy, basically what it. So it's almost like you're deciding, I'm going to move on with something, or you're being advised to move on with something, and even if you're not completely ready to move on. Why? Because you are ready to move on. The answers will come. Happy birthday, Doug Danny. The answers will come as you're moving. It's like the answers are requiring the movement. Like, that's what it is. And you're going to get those answers in the movement. So, yeah, there you go. You see clearly now. It's in the movement that you will see very clearly, I think, a lot of realities or truths about relationships or situations. And I know this is going to sound harsh, but it's like, who really gives a shit about you and who doesn't? And that's fine. I know to a Cancerian that could sound like your heart's being ripped out. No. We're stronger than that. You know, this is a sense of, I'm going to put my whole heart into somebody. Happy birthday, Michelle 78. I'm going to put my whole heart into somebody. Well, then I want to know where I stand in their life too, right? And I want to know actually where I stand. And so this is a clarifying for it. And this is the magic of the moon. Hello. This is us, right? This is our ruling entity. This moon in Gemini is giving us the strength. Like every 2.5 days about, we're embodied with the strength of each zodiac sign. So we know very well how to use this strength. And when the moon is in a specific zodiac sign, we can almost like take it into ourselves and incorporate it into who we are. In fact, brief disclaimer for all y'all Cancerians. First of all, if you're Cancerian, you have to have a moon calendar in your house. You have to track that moon because it's very important. And second of all, know that they call us moody, but really it also adds to our intuitiveness, that we get insight into the very emotional workings of each sign every single month. And that's what makes us so great at understanding other human beings. So this clarity that the Gemini moon has given to us, because we have the strength, we're not so emotional when the moon is in Gemini, right? We're more our emotions are more connected to our thoughts and to understanding and to knowing, and we're open-minded. So we're learning this energy, we're learning these truths at the perfect time so that our hearts don't get broken, but instead our hearts are like, okay, I know what to do with this. Wisdom, clarity. Just give me the clarity so I know what to do with it. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Bam! There you go. There you go. Turn knowledge into wisdom. You know something now. You've seen it. It's very clear. This is also the moon card coming out right in your reading, right? So it's sense of, okay, now I get it. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. What do I do with it? Okay, well, let me figure that out. That's kind of like step 2. We already got through step 1. I know it. Now, step 2, what do I do with it? Well, I turn it into wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is understanding, knowledge, and empathy, all rolled into one, and experience. So this is a sense of, okay, I have had these experiences. I've also had experiences before, maybe some experiences that have reminded me of this. Hopefully, many of you are old enough to have had experiences like this before. And no, guess what? I survived this. So what your wisdom is teaching you or reminding you of is your strength. Is your strength. It's also a sense of, it's like you're seeing deeply into, it's almost like you're seeing deeply into somebody else's emotions. You're being so empathetic that you're not hurting like another person or feeling like another person, but you just accept the truth of that other person for that other person's sake, outside of yourself completely. So this is a sense of true compassion. And then we have let it shine. We have actually being able to speak out and say something. This is Scorpionic energy. Now, what is topically? How is all this going on? It's almost like you're discovering something. You're discovering hidden knowledge, or you're discovering hidden information, right? All of a sudden, it's uncovered, and either you speak it or you say it. You're very easy, allowing people to. You're going to be very honest about what you feel because you're not scared of hurting somebody else's feelings. You're knowledgeable and wise enough now to know the truth hurts a hell of a lot less than a pretty lie, right? So ultimately is a sense of you'll have this beautiful energy of being able to just say what you really feel, right? And that's what this is. It's like pull no fucking punches. And that's a superpower for Cancerians, or it's almost like usually not our superpower, but that's why it's going to make so much happen in your life. To actually say what you feel instead of repress it, to actually say what you feel instead of read somebody else's emotions and say what you know they want to hear. This is a beautiful time for us to move forward because we're actually being sincere and putting our feelings first. Holy shit. I know you don't believe it, but it's going to happen. And then you are never alone. Because there's this truth here. This is beautiful. You're actually going to draw deeper in love with somebody. Now, by in love, I don't necessarily mean in love, though that could happen. But there is some sort of revelation here that's happening with regards to real emotions, or your emotions, and a sense of understanding that, wow, when we speak our truth, we attract truth, right? We attract more of what's right for us, what's really real for us. And you are like, how can I say this? When we live our truth, we attract our true tribe, pretty much. And listen, that's kind of what it is. There's a sense of you are never alone. You aren't. You want to know why? Because you're connected to God. And I just posted a meme on my Instagram profile that said, until you get used to being alone, you're not ready to be in a relationship. Until you can legitimately enjoy your own company without feeling alone, you're not ready for a relationship. And that is really, really true. And ultimately, some of you may be in a wonderful relationship, but that's the point. A sense of, I cannot continue to suppress myself at the for the benefit of others. And ultimately, this is just telling the truth, right? This is just us telling the truth, saying what's actually on our minds, not to offend people or hurt people, but in spite of the fact that it might offend people or hurt people, just saying what it is that we want out loud, and watch how fucking quickly we get it. Use your words, because your words are magic right now. Use your words. They are magic right now. Time for a deep dive. There you go. A deep dive, deep down into love. Now, for some of you, this isn't a romance reading. We do that in the extended. But this is definitely a sense of uncovering somebody's emotions. Uncovering somebody's emotions, and by somebody's, I mean yours. Like finally being able to speak into existence. This is what I really feel. This is what I really want. This is who I really want. Show you that I feel something for you. And I think in a lot of ways, somebody that maybe you didn't even realize had feelings for you, or you had kind of like, you didn't even realize had feelings for you, or you didn't even realize was noticing you. You're going to start realizing that they're noticing you. You're going to start realizing that they're looking at you. You're going to start realizing that Maybe even they're interested in you. Because this is definitely a time when you're bold enough to say what you actually really feel. Just watch at how you inspire others around you. And the miracles are endless. Holy shit. It just keeps getting better, dude. This is actually an extremely beautiful reading for you guys. And it's all hinged on that one little belief of, well, this is what's really on my mind, of that lack of filter. You know that filter that all Cancerians have? That filter that's, oh, what if they get mad at me? Yeah, it's the oh, what if they get mad at me filter that all Cancerians have. It's almost like in some ways that's been destroyed. There's no, oh, what if they get mad at me filter. Instead, there's just our truth. You know, and, oh, well, what if they get mad at me? I don't know. Like, you're not even thinking, well, what if they get mad at me? Because you know what? It's really not about that. It's you have the wisdom now and the strength to understand and see that if they get mad at you, that's them. That's them, but they really have to know the real you. It's imperative. And watch the abundance flow. Now, there is definitely some happy surprises that are happening here with the moon card, with the peacock card. This is very a Piscean, scorpionic energy. Something is hidden. Something is going on behind the scenes that we don't really know about and don't completely have all that control over. And ultimately, where is it going to lead? It's going to lead us directly into this beautiful situation of being surrounded by love, a love that we can sink our teeth into and dive very deeply into, an understanding of the truth of our love, and maybe, just maybe, somebody who will not give up on us. Now, it's easy sometimes for it's easier for Cancerians to be overlooked in love. Let's just face it. There are a hell of a lot more single Cancers out there than the world would ever believe, because Cancers don't generally love to be single. But if you start loving to be single, you know you're in the right place, right? You know you're in the right place in terms of, well, I love my own company. I'm not going to settle. But ultimately, there's a lot more of us that are single, not because we're doing the right thing and we're trying to find ourselves and live our truth, but because we don't express our truth. And so we end up being really afraid of getting hurt. And so we don't let people know how much we're crazy about them, right? Like, we don't let them see our affection and our enthusiasm. Well, this is the filter that's starting to break down. This sense of either us, well, hopefully both. So it's us, actually, in some ways, getting courage that we've never had before, probably through our experiences, through our wisdom, and through our failures, and how much the failures and the suffering that the failures taught us, right? It's teaching us, well, shit, I'm just going to fucking go for it, because why the fuck not? Listen, if I've survived it before, I can survive it again. Or it's better to take a risk than not take a chance at all. Like, all those wonderful lessons finally, ding, and they're impacting us, and they're impacting our behavior now, which is why our world is changing. But also a sense of somebody is finally fucking recognizing that you were always trying to tell them that you care about them, or you were always interested, or you were tapping on the door. And maybe most people only heard a banging on the door or the big old fucking doorbell. But you've been tapping on somebody's window. And by somebody, I mean, it could also be a goal. It could also be a project. You've been tapping on this forever, man. You've been tip, tip, tip. I'm here. But nobody's been watching. Nobody's been listening. Somebody's listening. Somebody's about to hear your ass. The miracles are endless. Consistency, man. Eventually those pebbles are going to break the fucking glass. And people are going to be like, whoa, how'd that glass break? And you'd be like, well, I've been throwing little pebbles at it for 20 years. What the fuck? But that's a sense of, like, you're finally making a breakthrough. People are finally noticing where they didn't before. Because other people, Gemini energy, I love it so much because, it's very good at listening. It's very good at hearing the truth and the true nature of somebody. They're exceptional. Geminis are exceptional listeners. They are. They really are. That's why they're so easy to be friends with, and why they so easily break up people's hearts. Not because they intend to, but because people are easily intimate with them, because Geminis listen. They listen very well, and people love to be listened to. So ultimately, there's that thing of people are listening now. They're hearing better. And another reason why this energy is so supercharged is because Gemini's at the last couple of degrees of the node, right? The North Node is in Gemini, but it's not going to be for much longer. You know, it's not. It's heading into Taurus. And it's something about the month right before. It's like supercharged with the energy that the node has been in for the past, 18 months. And it's just like, or 17 months. It's like supercharged. And it's almost like people are really listening now. People really understanding now. Let's go over to the extended. I'll flip these cards over in the extended, and I'm going to dig deeper into what's being seen and heard. I'm going to get I'm going to dig deep into everything, and I hope you guys can join me. I love you guys. Please remember to like this video and share it on your social media platforms. I'll see you over there.